welcome to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm Pete Mezzetti. My guest this evening is Jim Grogen, who is on the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut Board of Directors, but he's also chairman of the Niantic Oyster Festival.
Pete?
Jim, welcome. How are you, bud?
I am doing well. Thank you for inviting me back again.
Thank you.
Last time we talked was last year, getting ready for the Oyster Festival.
I know, but you and I have seen each other since then.
Yes.
How have you been?
I have been very well.
Good. What's new?
The main thing is my youngest daughter is getting married in 19 days.
There you go.
So that's an exciting thing for our family.
Sure, you're busy.
Yes, between the Oyster Festival and then the wedding.
Absolutely, absolutely. So how are things going with the Miracle League?
Things are going very well. It's an extremely busy time for the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut.
Tell us about the Miracle League. What do they do?
So, first of all, what is the Miracle League?
Okay.
The Miracle League helps children, gives them the opportunity to be able to participate in sports. And these are kids with physical, cognitive, and challenges who don't normally have those opportunities to play in those kind of sports. You know, they have brothers, sisters, or friends from school who they watch play baseball, basketball, football, all these sports, and these are usually the kids who are on the sideline.
Right.
So the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut is, first thing we did was we built a beautiful baseball field for them. And this is different than your regular baseball field. There's no grass, there's no dirt, there's no raised surfaces. It's a specialized rubberized synthetic, flat, easy to walk on, easy to roll on. And that's in East Lyme. We built that behind the Flanders School. Yeah. So it's easily accessible by Interstate 95. Of course, the Miracle League for Southeastern Connecticut is for children from Guilford all the way up to Pawcatuck.
Okay.
So we're the second Miracle League in the state of Connecticut. The first one is up in West Hartford.
Yes.
They started back in 2012, and they were informed by people. People were driving over an hour, sometimes even more than an hour, just to get to some of their games to participate, and were hoping that there were other places. And so Dave Putnam, who at the time was the head of East Lyme Park and Rec, decided we should build one here in Southeastern Connecticut. And so that's why we have one in East Lyme. Nice. There is a third one in the works right now in Northern Connecticut.
There is.
They are in the conceptual phases right now and raising money to build one in Vernon, Connecticut.
Okay.
So the little state of Connecticut will have 3 Miracle League fields. What is going on right now?
Sure.
So it is, as I said, is extremely busy. We have, obviously, baseball is the foundation of the Miracle League. On Sundays, we have games every morning from 9 till 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and that happens in the spring, the summer, and the fall.
Okay.
Also, on top of that, on the same field, we have lacrosse games and we have kickball games.
Nice.
So those also go on throughout the spring, summer, and fall. Additionally, we have what's called the Shine Adaptive Dance Program.
Okay.
That's in cooperation with Eastern Connecticut Ballet, and the kids get a chance to learn certain moves in which they're comfortable with, they can achieve, and at the end of it, they put on a show for parents and the community.
Oh, nice.
On top of that, recently we had an I Can Sail Day, in which children from the Miracle League go out and sail boats with people from the Niantic Yacht Club. And that was so successful that we're having a second day coming up here soon in August. Oh. And then on top of those two, every year since we've conceived it, and it's been happening up in the West Hartford too, is a program called I Can Bike.
Yes.
In which over a 5-day period for 75 minutes a day, children who can and would eventually be able to learn how to ride on an adaptive 2-wheel bike. And what you'll see is these kids come in the beginning and they cannot ride this bike at all.
Yeah.
And by the end of the week, all by themselves, they are riding a bicycle around the track. So that is the I Can Bike program, and we get just so many heartfelt notes and thanks from the parents of those, talking about what a great concept this was for their children, how it's something they never thought their children would ever be able to do. And to see them being able to do it and do it just brings tears to their eyes.
Absolutely. Now, one of the other things that we have to talk about, I know the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut does, is they actually do a Playing for a Miracle fundraiser.
Yes, they do.
And we had one of those
We had one recently, back in January.
Yes.
Yes. It was in January at the Mohegan Sun Casino.
How'd we do?
We did exceptionally well,
Oh, good.
which is good. So obviously we need to raise funds.
Right.
First we raised funds to build the Miracle League, and that was over $500,000.
Yeah.
And the field is built, and now we're in the process of raising funds for two other pieces of it. One is for bathrooms which are wheelchair accessible, family-sized bathrooms to be right there by the field.
Okay.
And then the last thing we're raising money for is an all-accessible playground for the children to be able to use. And with the field came a special bonus from Kevin Ollie, who donated an adaptive, all-accessible basketball court right there, right next to the field.
Okay.
And so that has been a huge hit. Anytime I go by there are kids of all abilities playing basketball at this court. Now back to the Miracle League Gala.
Yes.
That one is a baseball and sports themed gala.
Okay.
I said it's at one of the Mohegan Sun ballrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Our guest speaker this year was a Special Olympian, a paraplegic Special Olympian.
Okay.
And he gave an excellent speech. And we have a lot of ties to a lot of the athletes in the area that have come from the East Line, Waterford, Montville community, and some other places in Connecticut. It's a dinner, but it's a very relaxed atmosphere. We have basketball games, we have golf games, we have games throughout, and everyone who's gone, and huge amounts of auctions. Just about anything you can think of is auctioned off. And everyone who's come have nothing but great things to say about it.
Really? Wow. Sounds like a fun time.
Yes, it is. It is a fun time. We will have another one coming up at either the end of this year or the beginning of next year. Right. Check our website, the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut, and that was our Facebook site, Facebook site, Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut, or our website, mlsect.org. And both of those will have all the upcoming events and the ongoing events posted. Speaking
of events, I'm in the mood for oysters. What can you do for me?
September 24th.
There you go.
Come down to downtown Niantic for the Niantic Oyster Festival. This will be our 4th Oyster Festival. It runs from 12 noon to 6 p.m. It's at 400 Main Street in downtown Niantic behind the St. John's Episcopal Church. She has a big, huge open field back there. We set up the vendors. As of right now, we're still in the building and putting it together phase. And right now we have 6 oyster vendors, 4 breweries looking to bring on a 5th and a 6th. We're working on that. And I have 9 food vendors other than oysters who are coming. We also run 3 bands, so the festival runs from 12 noon to 6 p.m. Each band gets a 2-hour slot, so there's almost continuous music. We generally got Whiskey, Wine, and Coke, which is a country band to open us up. We get the Paul Lucier Band, which is a rockin' classic rock band. And for this year, we're still working on the 3rd band. We're in negotiation with a few bands, and they'll usually get the closing spot, so we get somebody really hot and good in the area.
Nice.
On top of that, we have a children's area. Lots of games for the kids. We usually pair together with the Children's Museum of Southeastern Connecticut, who bring over a lot of activities. Last year they had to build a boat for the kids to do. We had shell painting and rock painting. In the past we've had face painting. And we have the big blue squares that the kids love to play with. And this year, for the first time, we're going to have a toucher truck because the Army National Guard has come and joined the Oyster Festival. So they're going to have a booth in which you could talk to the National Guard members and win prizes. And on top of that, they're going to have they told me, a outstanding truck for the kids to be able to come on to.
Very cool. Now, how did the idea of the Oyster Festival come about?
Just basically downtown Niantic. Oysters is just a thing for Southeastern Connecticut. And there really wasn't an oyster festival anywhere in this area. And so the Miracle League board and fundraising committee came up with this would be a great idea for a fundraiser for the Miracle League itself. Right. And so we partnered with the Downtown Niantic Association. We're able to get the spot behind St. John's for no charge at all. They donate it, and it's just grown since then.
And we got to mention the priest at St. John's.
Oh, Father Tony.
Yes.
Great guy.
Yeah. Haven't met him yet, but hopefully one of these days I will.
Yeah. You'll like him if you do.
I've heard about him.
Yes. And he has a great sense of humor, and he's a great supporter of the Miracle League.
Now, how long have you been on the board?
I've been on the board since 2018. So I joined it shortly after I retired from Millstone Nuclear Power Station. So me and my wife, I was in the Navy for 6 years.
Oh, really?
And I was stationed over in the Grogen sub base.
All
I was
right.
on submarines, and we both just fell in love with Southeastern Connecticut and decided this is where we wanted to live, this is where we wanted to raise our children. And then just sometimes luck happens, and Millstone Unit 3 was just completing being built at that time, and they were hiring on their operating staff. And so I got a job at Millstone back in 1983.
All right.
And I've lived and worked there, raised 3 daughters, and I've loved living in Southeastern Connecticut in the community. And when I retired in 2018, I was looking for something where I could give back in the community, and heard about the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut.
Now, how big is the board for the Miracle?
Board is approximately 22 members right now. It includes a kind of a sub-board over at the high school, East Lyme High School,
yes,
too.
That's right, that's right.
In which they get a lot of the high school kids who volunteer and show up at all our events. They show up and help the kids during the baseball games, and every fundraiser we have. They are great volunteers who cannot be replaced. Very energetic, very helpful.
Jim, would you mind sticking around for another segment?
I would love to.
We'll be right back.
You matter.
You matter.
You matter.
And your words matter too.
Your words matter.
What you say in the hallways at school or in the student section at a game matters.
Words can be hurtful.
Words can be offensive.
Words can leave scars.
Words can also inspire.
Support
And uplift.
You and your words.
Are they both important?
As a matter of fact, yes.
Community TV, your neighborhood TV.
Publicly funded and a reliable partner for cable companies nationwide, it provides transparent coverage of local and state government, education, and public programming.
A digital town green that can be watched anywhere, anytime, and on any device.
Watch us on today's high-tech distribution methods.
Community TV in Connecticut.
Local,
unfiltered,
reliable, and yours.
Welcome back to this week's edition of the Pete Mezzetti Show. I'm Pete Mezzetti, sitting here with Jim Grogen, who's on the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut and chairman of the Oyster Festival. Jim, welcome back.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. Good to see you. So, Jim, we were talking a little bit about, in the first segment, oysters. Everybody loves oysters.
Yes.
Now, let's tell us again where, when, and what time, and then we'll get into who.
It is Saturday, September 24th. It is from noon to 6 p.m.
Okay.
It's at 400 Main Street in downtown Niantic, behind the St. John's Episcopal Church.
Okay.
It is free.
Yes.
No tickets to get in.
Nope.
Free to the public. The way we make our money is through the vendors. They donate money to us.
Okay. Speaking of vendors, who do we got?
All right. So for oysters,
yes,
we have Niantic Bay shellfish.
Okay.
We also have Mystic River oysters, Behan Oyster Farm, Watch Hill oysters, and the Cops Island oysters is joining us for the first time this year.
Oh, nice.
So they heard from the other guys what a great experience it is.
Absolutely.
And also I mentioned breweries before.
Absolutely, yeah.
So we have Niantic Public House.
Sure.
5 Churches Brewing.
Okay.
Outer Light Brewing and Gray Sail Brewing.
Okay.
4 great breweries, and right now we're in coordination looking at adding 1 or 2 more breweries to the festival.
Nice. And obviously the event is outside, so you're going to want a weekend like sunny, warm, and...
Oh yeah, we have to schedule good weather for that day.
Absolutely.
beautiful weather.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we lucked out last year. Last year was a beautiful day, and the festival was packed. We had probably between 3,000 and 4,000 people pass through last year.
And all the money that you guys raise goes back to the Miracle League.
100%. Everybody
Correct.
who works at the Oyster Festival is a volunteer.
Right.
The entire board of directors from the Miracle League work there, and everyone else who assists are all volunteers.
And you and I know that firsthand.
Yes.
And as far as the phases of the field go, in with the field, where are we now?
So phase one was building the baseball field itself,
Okay.
and that was completed in the summer of 2020.
Okay.
And since then we have been having baseball games, lacrosse games, soccer games, kickball games played on that field since it was completed. Phase two is a kind of combination. It's a phase 2A and 2B. 2A is to build the family all-accessible bathrooms right next to the field. That money is already raised, and so that construction is in the planning phases and should begin soon.
Okay.
And phase 3 is for the all-accessible playground, which we'll also be putting right there by the baseball field. That one is still in a conceptual phase, and money from this Oyster Festival and our next Miracle League Gala will be going towards that.
Nice. Very nice. And can we maybe get into a little bit more detail of each program that the Miracle League has?
Yes, we can. So in the baseball games itself, which is the foundation, the kids partner up with it's either an adult, a family member, or most commonly is they end up pairing up with kids from our local baseball teams from the high school. They come in their uniforms, and the kids absolutely love being there with them. And a lot of times they'll pick the high school players to pair up with anybody else. And if you're somebody in a wheelchair, a walker, or just need help, assistance in hitting, the high school player helps them and helps them get around the bases.
Oh, cool.
And so that's the baseball. One of the things that's also neat about the baseball program, ever since we started the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut in 2017, one of our partners has been the Miracle League of West Hartford.
Yep.
They have helped us tremendously in putting the program together and everything we've needed. And now we've become a yearly competition where each of the last 2 summers we've played a game. We've gone up to West Hartford and played games against the West Hartford team.
Oh, nice.
We specifically went up there this year because in June it was their 10-year anniversary.
Oh, nice.
So that's been a lot of fun for the kids. The lacrosse, they also get kids from the high school and kind of help the kids with being able to handle everything with the lacrosse things. And basically soccer is very much the same.
Yeah.
A lot of running around the field, a lot of fun kicking the ball and playing against the other kids. And there we're pretty much not paired up with one. The adults are kind of more of an overseer of the game. Kind of like refs, but not really refs.
Exactly.
I already kind of explained the Ike and Bike program. There's a kayaking program from Three Bells Marina in Niantic, in which the kids go out on Niantic. There's a little bay by Three Bells Arena that the kids go out into and kayak around for a couple of hours with adults, either with them in a 2-person kayak or on their own. Cool. And so that was a huge hit last year. We talked about the sailing program. That was a huge hit.
Yeah.
Where we're running a second one. It was so and again, they go out on these smaller sailboats that the Niantic Yacht Club have, and they go out with somebody who's kind of a professional type sailor, but the kids get to learn how to do all the different maneuvers and moves for the day. And so that has been, and the I Can Shine dance program. As I said, they pair together with the kids from the Eastern Connecticut Ballet. The teachers oversee the whole program, and they go over certain moves and get to the limits of what each kid can do, and then they put on their show at the end of each program. There's a new one coming up this year. I don't have all the full details of it, but it'll be brand new. We're teaming up with the tennis program for kids for the Miracle League to be able to play tennis.
Nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
So those are all the programs that we help support. And again, the funds that we raise help going supporting all these programs so that nothing's coming out of the kids' pockets and the families of the kids.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah. The other thing that has kind of happened organically out of this whole program is the kids are making friends of other kids of their abilities, and the families are pairing together and now have contacts and are becoming friends too. And so there's a lot of other things that aren't so much the sports that the Miracle League does. And they sponsor other programs where all the families get to go out and just have fun and do things together. We've gone to a Hartford Yard Goats game. The Miracle League kids got to go to that. They've gone to the local Norwich team. They used to be the Navigators, now they're the Unicorns.
That's right.
And coming up later this month is going to be a family picnic up at Harkness.
That's right,
Park, same day as my daughter's wedding.
Oh boy.
That's okay. And so there's a lot of activities like that. Or another one recently, last month, they had a Harry Potter event on the Miracle League field in which someone set up a whole series of tents of all the different phases of things you could do from the Harry Potter series. We had a good participation in that. About 30 kids came through. And on New Year's, wrong holiday.
Wrong holiday.
On Halloween, we set up trick-or-treating on the field for the kids with disabilities. And a lot of the parents' feedback this has been the first time that their kids have been able to participate in trick-or-treating and go out and get candy, because it's on the field, it's during the daytime, it's easy to walk around. So those are some of the other things that we provide.
Now, if people want more information on the Miracle League, where can they go?
Two main places to get information are on our website, mlsect.org, and our Facebook page, the Miracle League of Southeastern Connecticut. And both of those are updated with information of upcoming events and upcoming fundraisers.
Absolutely, absolutely. And as far as we have got some more time left, but let's talk about the Oyster Festival one more time.
I can tell you about some more of the vendors who are coming.
Go for it.
We got Lillian's Cafe. Steve Turner, who's been a huge supporter of the Oyster Festival and the Miracle League, and he makes a clam chowder that is out of this world that he always brings to the Oyster Festival. We got the Black Sheep, which is from downtown Niantic too, and they bring a lot of their Irish food. A couple of great desserts. We get Nora's Cupcakes, who comes, and she's known throughout all of Southeastern Connecticut for her cupcakes. And for the first time this year, we get the cannoli truck.
Yes, you do.
Mariano's cannoli truck.
From Mariano's Bakery in Madison.
That is correct. And we have an ice cream truck coming. We have the Munchies truck, who has just a total array of different foods. He has hamburgers, he has chicken, and he also does fried oysters. So all the oyster vendors have all the raw oysters, but he'll do fried oysters, which is a nice addition. We got Walsh's Waffle Wagon, who also covers all of Southeastern Connecticut. And we have the Beer Fat Fry guy, who always has a long line. Yes, he always has a long line. His stuff is great. Probably not healthy, but it really tastes good.
That's okay. The weekend of the Oyster Festival, calories are off.
Yeah, and then last year our new addition was the Beach Buns hot dog stand. We do hot dogs and sausages, and they were a fantastic addition, and we love having them back again. So that's everyone we have so far. So between the 6 oyster vendors, the 4 breweries, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 regular food. We'll have plenty of food to go along with the music, games. One of the games we have, by the way, is we have cornhole, and we have a big cornhole tournament that goes on. And it's split into 2. One level is for adults from over 12, and the other level for children 12 and under. We keep score over the course of the whole day, and the top 3 from each category win prizes at the end of the day.
Nice. And of course, you and I won't have time to enjoy any of it because
we'll be too busy.
We'll be working.
It's not for us.
No. People can tell us how wonderful it was. Yeah, okay. So hopefully people are going to come and have a good time. And
well, if they do come, they will definitely have a good time. We've not got nothing but positive feedback.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm sure all the different vendors from last year wanted to come back this year.
Yes, they did.
And as far as all the information is on the website, and if people want more information on the Miracle League or whatever's going on, they can obviously go to the website, go to the Facebook page, and I know that the marketing committee and social media committee updates everything on a fairly regular basis, shall we say.
Yes, they do. Everything is very up to date, especially on the Facebook page.
Absolutely.
Facebook is updated every day.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes.
I knew it was updated regularly. I didn't know it was updated every day, but that's okay.
But the website has the Oyster Festival on there.
Right?
Yes, it does.
It does. Well, Jim Grogen from the Oyster Festival and the Miracle League, thanks for some time, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Thanks, buddy. We'll see you soon. On behalf of Jim Grogen, I'm Pete Mezzetti. Thanks, good night, and we'll see you next week.